Oh, yeah. We won the game. Yeah. Eat that dub. No. This is the post-game bounce, everybody. The Grizzlies won the first game of the season.
You can't go 82-0 without going 1-0. That's what I've always heard. My math checks out.
And you know what? Everyone knows that the people on the network, we're the smart ones of the bunch. We are the smart guys. Everybody knows that. Grizzlies won 128-122. Just ended, like just now. Well, I mean, what do you want to start with, brother? What do you want to start with?
Well, I want to start here first with some housekeeping. I'm showing over 200 people already in the stream here. Numbers are blowing up. It's opening night. Exciting win. We've got lots to talk about. I want to start by inviting everybody that's watching this on X or anywhere else, AM, FM, Sirius, wherever you're watching this, get on over to YouTube. The YouTube section is where all the comments come, and everybody just kind of hangs out together. We've got all of our favorites in the comments now. This is a show that features the comment section a lot. Come on over here and hang out with the cool kids. You don't just want to hear from us. You also want to hang out with the cool kids, and they're over here in the comment section on YouTube. So, listen, I don't know if you want to start from the top. I don't know if you want to start with the highlights.
Let's start with Cedric. How about that?
I mean, I couldn't be more in love. You know,
are you as head over heels as I am?
Yeah, I mean, I was really high on him pre-draft. In the 7 days that we knew that we had a pick, from the time we got a pick to the time the draft. I became really high on him just because I love taking shots on wings, and he has the psychological makeup to hit his ceiling, and so I was all in. It was rough it didn't seem in summer league. It was tough. It was tough in preseason for sure. What was so tangible for him was, yes, he was 5 of 5. I think he ended up with 14 points. We'll go through some stats in a minute.
Yeah.
The game always turned when he was on the court. It was just this tangible some boost of energy, some youth happened, and it changed everything. In a game in which Jaren fouled out, your front court was in foul. Jaren fouled out right not long after Jock Landale fouled out, and then Santi had foul trouble. He was a big guy, and we could dissect it further, but yeah, you were just like, you needed him, and he provided such a spark, a life to this team.
I think you like a tangible thing that, like, when he hit the court, you were like, oh my God, the momentum is swaying towards his direction. The dude, I mean, he was a plus 24. Yeah, what a debut. Plus 24 in how many minutes? 22 minutes plus 24.
I'll pull it up. Yeah.
Okay, like and the first play, I think I made a note of it. The first play the first score when he went in, he had that. He was subbed in with 5 minutes left in the first. And with 2 minutes left, he had that drive to the basket and got the and one. And it was like, oh. And from there on, it was just like, the dude's, he's the real deal.
I think it's something that you do with young guys. And a lot of times, you've got to see the basket go in. You got to see the ball go in the first time, and you're able to play a little bit confident. You're a little fragile. Young guys are, rookies are. They could be a little touch and go. He started seeing success early, and it really fed into the whole game. He had 22 points, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. He had a stat in every category. He's also a career 100% shooter from the field. Nobody in the history of the NBA can say that, to my knowledge. I'm not even going to basketball references. I'm going to say,
well, we don't need to.
In their career, there's no one that is 100% from the field. I'm going to go on a limb and say that's not going to stick, but for tonight, baby, just for tonight, 100%.
100% is going to stick for tonight. Small too. Javon Small was good.
Yeah. So this was a lot of rookies. I mean,
man.
You saw it. It was first game kind of stuff. It was first game with Ja. That was a little weird. I mean, turnovers were horrible in the first half of this game. We doubled them up at the half on turnovers. We ended the first half, I think, down 11, if I'm remembering correctly. And Javon Small played a key role in this game. He was the first one off the bench after Ja before Cam Spencer, to my surprise.
He was.
And he held up really good. He played really good on the defensive end in crunch time. He got the knockaway on, I believe that was either Trey Murphy or Herb Jones on the drive to the basket where he undercut him and knocked it out. And they ended up kicking it out, changed possession. Big moment stuff from a rookie.
What did you're talking about, and not quite a rookie, but a second-year player, Omax. Omax was the first sub in with Santi. Like, what was that?
Listen, I had so much fun with Omax tonight. In that first half, he runs around like a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. It's just, buddy, it was a mess. He ended up with a minus net rating, which I don't necessarily care about in the spot minutes you get. You're just talking, this team, we talked a lot about wings, and the wings that we're going to count on, that we put in pen, etched in stone, are not guys that you would call athletes by NBA standards. They're not jumping out of the gym. They're not, they're just not uber athletic. They may be smart, they may be crafty, they may be veterans, but you wouldn't call them athletes. You inject Ced and Omax into there, and you're talking about like just the chaos factor can go through the roof. It's arms that can. I think if you stood, say you stood Omax on one wing and stretched his arms from sideline to sideline, and then just took Ced and they went fingertip to fingertip, they could stretch the whole width of the court. I think. I mean, they're just these guys.
They're long.
These guys have never understood the pain of having to ask somebody to scratch your back. They can cover the whole area. The whole back. Just there's not any of this with Omax and Cedric. It's just they tie their shoes standing up. They've never lost their breath, tying their shoes before. It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
It was such a fun first game. And Edward was there. Edward was in the building. He says we got something with the rookies. And King Meeks also says Jaren just committed another foul.
Yeah, I'm going to star that. We're going to, we talk about the good stuff first. We'll get to the other stuff because I've got some thoughts on Jaren. Listen, he had a good game, but I have some thoughts, and it's recurring stuff. You can predict where I'm at.
Yes.
One thing I want to take a look at, I think it's important after one game, like because you didn't see John preseason, you don't truly know what T.I.'s system is. Minutes. So in a game in which Jaren Jackson Jr. failed out at the 6-minute mark, he logged 27 minutes. Ja logged 29 minutes in game one. Jalen 28, KCP, and I'm not calling him Kenny, by the way. I'm sorry.
What was
He's
that?
been in the league for a decade. I'm not changing his nickname. Like, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
There's been a Kenny on this team, and it does not bring back good memories.
No, it does not.
So KCP had 31. Landale had 25 and fouled out. And so Santi had 24. The rest of the guys, you're talking about the pieces that we're counting on. Omax with 15, Cam with 12, Javon 19, Conchar 8. I believe the final number of players that touched the court tonight was 11, one of which was not GG Jackson.
Yeah. I starred that. We got some. If you were Gigi, Gigi didn't see the floor at all. I think you brought up the point too. You brought up the point in our group chat. You were like, he might see the floor if people start fouling out.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Listen, this is probably a nuanced conversation that can be had. It's a conversation that you would like to have with a guy that's not in his third year in the league. But if you guys are longtime Grizzlies fans, you remember that a conversation was initiated with the front office by Xavier Tillman in which he asked, hey, if I'm not playing here, I would like to go get reps in Memphis. I think if Gigi ends up in South Haven, it will be on his own volition, and I think that would be an appropriate, mature decision to make. But that takes you got to take a lot of your ego out of that, and I believe the youngster that is Gigi right now, his problem is ego-ish issues. Like, hey, get in where you can fit in, quit all this stuff, just stop. And so I think if that's something that happens, I'm hoping that Gigi's the one that's doing it. So
I mean, tonight might have been a big. I imagine if ego is such a big thing for him, this was probably a huge blow to his ego. I mean, like having you got guys on two ways playing ahead of you. I mean, like right. I hate it for him, but it's got to be a blow. I just imagine maybe this was a wake up call. Maybe that's what this is.
Let's talk about the good stuff. We haven't talked about 12
yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
John Morant, 35 points in a season opener in 29 minutes. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. He had 2 turnovers. I believe both of them were in the first half, which is good. We were able to call 12, and we needed him tonight with Jaren going down.
Yes, we did.
Something we will talk about in a minute because I want to touch on it a bit. I thought Ja was absolutely great tonight. I thought he was controlled. He really captained the ship tonight extremely well, and he had 35 points. He was 13 of 20 from the field, which, if my math is correct, is about 60%.
Yep.
That would be roughly. Anyway, I'm not doing that. Just shy of 70%, if my math is correct. 33% from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. So it wasn't a high free throw night either. I thought he was absolutely incredible.
I did too. And it reminded me, it's one of those things that you forget just how incredible he is to watch play the game of basketball because he's missed time. I was just, as soon as he started, I was like, man, it's effortless. He makes so many things look effortless out there. I think they said, I don't have the stat exactly, but they said out of all the players that have like 30 point or more season openers, he's got 4. There's only 3 other Grizzlies players that have done it ever.
Yeah.
And he's got 4. He's done it 4 times.
I was pretty down to start. In the first half, the turnovers were a problem.
Yeah, they were.
Once you look back at it, seeing the victory, ended up being an 8-point home win and a home opener against a team you should have beaten. Looking back on it, you can attribute that to probably some nerves, some weirdness. Again, you're injecting John Morant, your alpha, the guy who's handling the ball the most, into the lineup for the first time since training camp. And just some nerves. Jaren had several turnovers, had a problem with some turnovers in the first half. But once you cleaned it up, and I think that's what you can look going forward. If you clean it up, you are really good. You can be a really good basketball team.
I mean, they had how many blocks? I mean, if you clean up the stuff, they had how many blocks? All the other stuff.
Jaren had 6.
It's crazy.
The Grizzlies, well, if you want to go through the stats, we can do that real quick.
Yeah, let's do that real quick. Let's take a step break.
One thing, this evened out a little bit as the game went on. The Pelicans ended up 37% from 3. That number was higher going into the fourth quarter. The Grizzlies, 30% from 3. The Grizzlies ended up shooting 81% from the free throw line compared to the 72% from the Pelicans. And then the turnovers equaled out. This is what flipped the game. The Grizzlies, who were getting doubled up on turnovers, finished the game only 3 more turnovers than New Orleans. Is 17 too many? Yes.
Absolutely.
But you cleaned it up and were able to get back and win the game. Rebounds. The Grizzlies were out-rebounded, total rebounds by 8. And they were rebounded on the offensive boards by 11. Mm-hmm. Which means the defensive boards, you did fine. You won the margin. Blocks. Yep. All right. Have you looked at these stats?
12.
Okay. Yeah. 12 blocks in a game.
Yeah. That's nuts.
That is length and athleticism.
Yep.
You had 17 stocks.
That's crazy.
Because you had 5 steals compared to the New Orleans 10 steals.
10 steals.
So, let's look at some of these comments. I've started some comments. I appreciate everybody joining.
Yeah. Yes.
This is something we're going to do after every game. It's typically not going to be 2 people. It's going to be 1 people. It's going to be 1 people.
One people.
We are 1 people.
We are 1 people.
So tonight, very glad to see everybody in here.
This is what we need every night.
I'm showing 568 people have been in this stream at some point or another. It is. We love seeing the comments.
Yes.
We need the comments even more when it's
every night.
Okay, so I've starred some. I have starred some here that we'll come back to try to get to our next topic. Okay. This is the first one. It's from good friend of the show. I met him this weekend, King Meeks. Listen, he had 6 fouls. He fouled out with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in a hotly contested game.
3 in the first half. 3
of the fouls that I can remember, I don't remember all 6, but I remember 3 were all on the offensive side of the basketball.
Yep.
You just flat ran over Derek Queen. You know Derek Queen's not going to move his feet. He looked a little clunky. Derek Queen's not going to move his feet, and you ran square into his chest. That's one that I can remember. And then the other one, just another screen foul. And then to end the game, yeah, it's probably a bad call, but at that point you've got 5, and that being that close to the defender on the screen and allowing that call to be made at least 45 feet away from the basket is just unacceptable.
Yep.
It just is. It's not a spot you can put yourself in.
Especially in like you said a highly contested game like this. You can't put your guys in the hole that they were. I mean, like, it could have cost them the game there at the end, you know. And
he played really well outside of that. I don't want to shadow this. For all of the Jaren haters outside, though, that only care about the Jaren rebound numbers, he finished with 18 and 8 tonight. If I could sign anybody on this team up for 8 rebounds, if you could sign Jaren Jackson Jr. for 8 rebounds a night,
yes,
buddy, let me tell you what this Grizzlies season is going to be, because you have to have it. 8 rebounds for Jaren Jackson Jr. in the opening night, in which you fouled out at the 6-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Great job.
Yeah. And especially, I don't know, I think I saw Edwards say it. Both instances that kind of closed the gap started with Jaren kind of being the leader of that bench group. Like, he kind of yes, exactly, King Meeks. like Triple J kind of started both those big runs that we had. And without him, we've been screwed.
He was really good offensively as the focal point of that offense when Ja was on the bench. It was critical stretch there. I really liked how Isolo minimized the amount of time on the court in which you did not have either Ja or Jaren.
Yes.
But in the minutes down the stretch in the late third, early fourth quarter, when you did not have Ja, he was so good on offense. He was an absolute mismatch. And, you don't look at New Orleans and think that they've got anybody that can. We know Jaren's a unicorn. Like, we're comfortable putting him in that.
Yes.
But New Orleans in particular doesn't have anybody that. I mean, beefy guys are not exactly the best matchup for Jaren. You could only throw Queen at him or Zion at him after Messi went down. And those just aren't guys that you're really going to think is going to have a lot of success against Jaren. And he really took advantage. Good for him.
Yep. There was one more. Good on you for starring these.
Sorry, I don't know if you just put something up. But.
Nope, that's
Saw Jaren. Appreciate the comments, everybody. It's going off. Love it. Love to see it.
I was going to talk about who we closed with. Minus before Triple J fouled out.
Yeah, so it seemed I did not clock this until the 4-minute mark. And so I don't know, like, at the 6-minute mark who's in, I'm not really considering to be like an idea of who's closing. I don't know. You're probably going to get somebody at the 4-minute mark, maybe the 3, maybe the 2. But I noticed at the 4-minute mark, which is when Jaren was out, that Coward was in the game. It was KCP, Wells, Ja, Coward, and Santi.
Yep.
And immediately I was like, okay, whose job is Jaren taking in that lineup, the closing lineup? I think it's Santi.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you're pulling Sed at that time because of just the versatility he has on defense, especially in a close game. Santi's the guy there, along with Ja, that can be targeted. I thought Sid played out of his mind tonight. There's no way in my mind I could see him not closing that game. And what a revelation in your first NBA game.
Yep. That's what you want, right? For someone you trade up for in the draft. You want your convictions to prove true, and it's always great to be proven right.
Yeah.
Right?
And we'll take this just one degree further. Dashville too, as how how Seth can break into the starting lineup. And I think that's harder than closing lineup because I don't think you're going to start a game without a center. Who starts and who starts is less important than who finishes, in my opinion. But we only talk about starters. We focus a lot on that. I don't think you start Jaren at the 5. I think you always are going to roll with Jock Landale at the 5, and so it's harder to supplant KCP or Jalen at this point.
Yes.
But in a closing lineup, if he's got it and you want versatility, especially on defense, and you don't want Jock Landale kind of being targeted on defense, then he is an amazing option. Probably the best option you have.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you've got Super John, Super Jaren on the offensive end, and you want to feature them exclusively on offense, which you should.
You should.
I'm good for it. I love this as well. King Meeks. This is something that will not show up on the stat sheet, but I noticed it, and I'm glad Grizzlies fans are noticing it.
The KCP.
The
Kinney leadership. Kinney.
No, we're not doing that. Not with me on the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, dude. Every instant, every single effort, play. I interrupted you. Go ahead. I just completely agree with what you're about to say.
Yeah, I think there's a figuring out process for him too. I didn't feel like he started out necessarily super great in the first half. It was maybe it was in the first quarter. Grizzlies were turning the ball over. There were 12 turnovers, and this is a stat that somebody sent me. There were 12 turnovers, 9 of which were from Ja, Jaren, and KCP.
Yikes.
Your money, guys. That got cleared out. And again, the KCP thing tonight is not a stats thing. He was just such a settling force. He was. I loved and call me chippy, call me dirty. I don't care. I loved kind of the little shove on Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole was making threes all night. To me, that's savvy. He started off hot. He's getting an open look at 3. Just push him a little. I mean, no harm, no foul. Yeah. I mean, he didn't take his knees out from under him. That it's that kind of stuff that just inject a little bit of grit to this team. I love KCP tonight.
Well, and also having someone on the team that diplomatically can approach the refs and argue his case for the team and the refs, when I feel like the Grizzlies have never had someone that can do that for them before, it's just kind of a nice change of pace. Oh, 100%. God, Jordan Poole's got a punchable face.
I'm not going to comment on some stuff, but I know that we, in the offseason around the draft time, we had, and if Rusty's in the comments, he can probably help me. He's better with names than I am, but we had a Pelicans beat reporter on our $2 sports show.
Yeah.
And he was pounding the drum. He was targeting Jordan Poole and trade options. He was really wanting to buy low on Jordan Poole. And I think in the first quarter you saw him, but throughout the game you got the full Jordan Poole experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've got to take the good with the bad, and a lot of times it's bad. He finished +1 on the day. He had 17 points in 31 minutes, no rebounds, no steals, no blocks, 2 assists, 6 of 14 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. I think if you're a Pelicans fan, you probably take that, and it could be much worse.
The broadcast harped on this all night with Zion still not working on his right hand. They were talking about it all night.
He didn't really pay it off. He wasn't his best Zion tonight. He finished with a respectable stat line. I mean, you're talking about this wasn't impressive Zion. He finished with 27 points in 33 minutes, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. He shot 47% from the field, did not attempt a 3, 7 of 12 from the free throw line. I thought he was good. But there is something there that could really, I mean, if you could use both hands, and the crazy part is you've seen him 100 times. Well, he probably hadn't played 100 basketball games. You've seen him 50 times be dominant, and it didn't even need a right hand.
No.
It's crazy.
No. Yeah. Man, I don't know. I'm just what time, how long have we been going? What else you want to say about this game?
I'll shout out one more Pelican. I thought Fears popped.
Yeah,
I thought Fears popped. He finished -10 on the game. Single game plus minus is really hard, especially when you got a game of runs like this game was. But he finished with 17 points in 18 minutes, shot 70% from the field, did not take a three.
Sort of rendered Jose Alvarado useless. Jose Alvarado, who I just expect to play for this Pelicans team, didn't play a minute, I don't think. He normally gets that backup.
He did not play.
I feel like he normally gets that backup guard rotation. He was just out of the guard rotation this time.
He's lightning in a bottle, man.
Yeah,
he really popped for me tonight.
Yep.
I thought he was really good. Other Grizzlies, let's just talk. I thought Jalen Wills had a really solid game.
Oh yeah, we haven't even mentioned Jalen yet.
I thought Jalen had a really solid game. Santi finished with a +9 on the game, 5.6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. Did not shoot the ball well. Had 2 back-to-back blocks on a defensive possession. That was fun.
Yep.
But it was a solid game from Santi. I think if you can get that from Santi, I can't remember how many rebounds did he have? 6 rebounds.
6.
1 offensive, 5 defensive rebound. I thought he had a fine game. Cam Spencer hit a big 3. I think Cam Spencer looked pretty good tonight. But the story to me is, one, John Jaren were great on their court. And then the rookies. Javon Small was good. Ced was amazing.
It's the Cedric. Is it weird? I don't want to call it the coming out party, but it was just like after what we've seen from preseason, it's just this was not necessarily what I was expecting to see. I was just not expecting to see this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is good.
Yeah, so if anybody that's not here, again, about 700 people have entered this stream at some point on some platform. I'm Drew. I'm joined with Luke.
We didn't say our names, did we?
Yeah. We're too excited. Nobody cares about our names.
Nobody cares about us. Yeah.
You can catch Luke every morning at 8 o'clock. 7:30. 7:30 on the Daily Grind. It's great. Great show. 30-minute show every single morning. You can catch me and my co-host, Rusty, every day at 11 a.m. on the $2 Sports Show on Bluff City Media. And then we've got another daily show at 1 p.m. with Anthony Sain. 3 great shows, if I say so myself.
I would agree.
And we will get much deeper in this game tomorrow.
Yep, all 3 of us, all the shows. And I've got Jared on my show. Rusty's going to be on. Like, we're going to get takes that aren't just us two. So, like, tune into those. Call 12. What's the last thing you want to say on this game before we get out of here, Drew?
Again.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be here.
You were hoping we'd had post-game shows. We are doing post-game. We're not letting this slide. What are you talking about?
Well, we'll have one Friday. We'll have one Saturday. We'll have one all the other days.
Yeah. And the last thing I'll say, you can't go 82-0 without going 1-0.
Yeah, baby.
Ja is important. The most important player on this team. When he goes for 30, the Grizzlies are going to win. I mean, it's just that simple.
Yep.
And if you liked this show even 5%, just come back. Come back. Give us a shot. It's going to be a lot of fun. 82-game season. We're going to be here for all of them. So if you need somewhere to go, come here.
Come here. Oh, I love it, man. You got
that was my sultry voice.
That was good. I'm a little hot and bothered. I need to take my shirt off. I was like, woo, woo. All right. Oh, yeah. See us tomorrow. 7:30, 11 and 1. We will see you guys. Thank you guys. Uncle Buck, have a good night. Go Grizz. Oh.